Well, the Lakers have finally got their center in Deandre Ayton as he is now officially signed with the Los Angeles Lakers. We're going to talk about it all and more right after this.
Welcome to the number one place for your daily basketball news and analysis, NBA Central.
What's going on, basketball fans? Welcome to another episode of NBA Central, your number one spot for everything basketball related. I'm the host, Hayes, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at NBA Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go and get into this contract for today, y'all. Deandre Ayton has now officially signed his contract with the Los Angeles Lakers. We all knew that this was but a foregone conclusion with him and Luka sharing an agent, the Lakers needing a center, Deandre Ayton being able to go to a team that needs what he brings, and he gets to be in the limelight, but he better be careful because Deandre Ayton, who at times has been quoted as being lazy, not really engaged, not really caring about the game of basketball, that is not going to fly very much with the Lakers, and that Laker fan base will absolutely eat you alive. As a matter of fact, Luka and LeBron, for that matter, for one season, LeBron James may very well get J.R. Smith flashbacks with some of the effort things that Deandre Ayton does at times, but contract with the Lakers is for 2 years, starting at $8.1 million for the 2025-26 season. He is still due $25 million from Portland this season, so he's going to earn well over $30 million this season when it's all said and done. But the Lakers get him at a really reasonable contract that's less than mid-level exception money for a former number one overall pick that's still 26 years old, and this could end up being something for the Lakers that maybe ends up paying off. Like, Ayton is still, regardless of what people say, and rightfully so about his work ethic and stuff like that, even last year, 14 points per game, 10 rebounds, he's a walking double-double with a block and basically a steal per game. If he can get to the Lakers and they can keep him motivated as well, which JJ Redick, LeBron, Luka, everybody's going to have to really do, reportedly, if a lot of the things that we heard out of Portland are true. But if they can do that, then great, more power to them. He comes now 2 years off Portland where, he got phased out pretty quickly there after what they did, them having centers. He's no longer in their plan, so they buy him out. And now the Los Angeles Lakers get their starting center in Deandre Ayton and gear up. Now, is he going to be the lob threat that Luka needs? Is he going to be enough rim protection? That's going to remain to be seen. But regardless of how anybody feels about him, Deandre Ayton is a talented player. He's just a player that hasn't really applied himself, Smokey. So, you want to see Deandre Ayton be better in that case, because when players waste potential, or waste talent, I should say, because potential is what it is. But Deandre Ayton does have some talent. And unfortunately, he's just a player that seems like he's not as engaged or cares enough to really tap into that full talent. But at this point, it is what it is with Deandre Ayton. And so the Lakers they're going to get their center. Deandre Ayton's going to go to that team, and they're going to try to figure out what they can be. And I guess will remain to be seen on exactly how good they can be with Deandre Ayton. But this is now finally a move by the Lakers where the Lakers do something. And, while, it hasn't been a completely inactive offseason from the Lakers, it hasn't been one that you would expect. And hearing things like they view LeBron as an expiring contract, or things like they're waiting till the summer of 2027, like all those things being there, it's good to see that they can now have Deandre Ayton added in there. Still got Maxi Kleber, I think, on the roster as well. Jake LaRavia, who they signed also. And we'll get to see what this team looks like next season. They're hoping that they're going to be able to do something. The balance between Luka, Austin Reaves, and LeBron kind of works itself out a little bit better over the course of the season. Now you're going to work Deandre Ayton in there. The benefit is that Deandre Ayton is not going to be looked at to do a lot of scoring, right? What he does is he's going to have to complement playing off Luka, off LeBron, off Austin Reaves. And if he can even just lock in enough to do that, there's a really good role here for Deandre Ayton. But he's just going to have to, again, apply yourself, Smokey. And we'll see if Deandre Ayton can do that. But this is one of the moves that everybody was kind of expecting. While, we heard that they could be trading for Yves Missy or Nick Richards or something like that, this was always the move that most people expected for it to be. So 2-year, $16.6 million deal for Deandre Ayton with the Los Angeles Lakers. And, hey, they get their center. Deandre Ayton gets a change of scenery that he's so drastically been wanting and needing, reportedly. And so now we just got to see, what does Deandre Ayton have in store? What can he do? Can the Lakers untap and find a way to get Deandre Ayton to fall in love with the game of basketball, to compete and really tap in to the talent that he does have there? That's a story for another day. I, for one, am glad that I don't have to be the coach to try to coach that and get that out of Deandre Ayton. But, we'll see what the future does hold for Ayton and the Lakers, how successful this union is. And yeah, it's going to be a very interesting Lakers season. But wanted to bring you guys that news. That's it. You can follow us at NBA Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, NBA Central Show at gmail.com. And then lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We're the number one spot for everything basketball related. See you guys the next time I need to make a video. Hopefully not today. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.